Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to the lecturer, panels and all the students. My name is Muhammad Izisra bin Izzuddin Shah and I'm from section 2. Today I'll be presenting about the Marine Rehabilitation Center for Commercial Fishes. So before I start, I would like to apologize for the vagueness of the presentation boards, and some of the words and parts in the boards are edited virtually for clarity. So Layar is a marine rehabilitation center specialized for commercial fishes. The building is inspired by the axis of the site, later to be developed into a building form inspired by the President architect, that is Daniel Libeskind, yet integrating Malaysian vernacular architecture. The facility contains three main segments, which is the fish sanctuary area, hatchery area, and edutourism area. Purpose of the Marine Rehabilitation Center is 50% for tourists and 50% for fish rehabilitation. So the site users will be public, student, lecturer, staff, researcher and also technician. So as we can see from the key plan and the location plan, the site is located at the coastal area of Kuantan Pahang, which is the Ceruk Palu Beach, that has a great potential for sustainable ecotourism. The designated site for fish rehabilitation group is Site A, with the dimension of 40 meters in width and 100 meters in length. By referring to the site analysis, we can see that the main wind comes from the north direction and also the northeast direction. And also the site has an almost 360-degree view all around, which is the casuarina trees, the sea, and also the beach side. So the site synthesis will be to orientate the building to benefit from the natural wind and also prohibit direct sunlight. This idea is just basically by orientating more openings towards the north direction and to shade the building at the south direction. We can also open or face the spaces in the building to benefit the view of the site. And also, since the site is surrounded by casuarina trees, the trees need to be preserved or relocated or even integrated as part of the design. Also, since the site is located at a rural area, which is Kampung Hijrah, the rehabilitation center can serve as one of the tourist attractions. So the building is inspired by a few precedent studies, which is the first one is V&A Dundee by Kengo Kumai Associates. So the building actually integrates angle space and utilizing negative spaces. It has a linear organization and the style of the building is vernacular. The next one is the Crown Foundation Rehabilitation Center by Jordi Hidalgo Tani. So the building integrates as a linear organization and architectural style of contemporary. The third one is the Blue Planet by Tree Accent, which has a centrifugal space that makes the gallery as a core of the building. It has a centralized organization and the architecture style is contemporary. The last but not least is the Denver Art Museum by Daniel Libeskind. The building also integrates angled spaces and utilizing negative spaces. It also has a linear organization and has a architectural style of contemporary. Moving on to the case studies. So the Layar Marine Rehabilitation Center actually rehabilitate three types of fishes, which is the barramundi, the mangrove red snapper, and also one spot snapper. And the case study for the building is the first one, that is stem wall foundation that is suitable to be built at the coastal area. The double skin facade to benefit from the natural wind but at the same time provide as a sunshade, natural daylighting, and inspired by the architecture of the Malay house, which is built on stilt to catch wind of higher velocity, and also the long span roof structure for aesthetical purpose. The zoning for the building is basically the ground floor consists of mostly public areas, meanwhile the first floor is private or semi-private. And also by referring to the last precedent study, the building has a core which is the exhibition and the cafe, which can be clearly seen from the structural model. So this is the sectional schematic that shows the building consists of two stairs and a green space in the middle. So moving on to the concept studies. So the concept of the building is inspired narratively, which is by taking few of topics and derive it into a more specific topic, which is the first one is rehabilitation center. So the rehabilitation center is specialized for commercial fishes, and it is to preserve and commercialize fish. That is because the number of fishes are depleting rapidly. And also based on the site analysis and summary, Site A is actually a strategic site, which is the nearest to the Innocent Road, has a vast wind, comes from the north and the northeast, and has a large scope of view. Based on the summary, the site actually brings forward the elements of tranquility and also can act as a tourist attraction. So by taking the word preserve, it can be related well with the Quranic verse, which is Surah Ar-Rum in verse 41. So the particular ayah actually highlights the word corruption. So from the word corruption, we can derive the word preserve, which is to keep safe from harm. That is for the nature and the fishes. And also based on the summary just now, the word tranquility is also highlighted, which brings forward the elements of state of calm, one with nature, that is the view and the wind. Therefore, the concept for this particular building is preserve tranquility. So by taking from the word preserve, it can relate well with the traditional or vernacular architecture. This architecture style also suits well with the Malaysia's weather and climate condition. And also back to the preceding studies that is explained just now, most of the buildings consist of contemporary architecture. So contemporary architecture stands from the elements of balance and irregular. So this brings forward the word symmetry of the building. So to integrate these two types of architecture style, it becomes into a traditional contemporary amalgamation that is modern vernacular. So the word tranquility can be derived into three essence of nature, which is the air, earth and water, that can be transformed into architectural forms, which is voids, solids and fluidity. So the idea of the building actually integrates these three particular architectural forms. So based on the type of architectural style just now, the spatial organization for most of traditional and contemporary style buildings are linear, interlocking and clustered. So the language that brings forward is magnetic, and the principles are datum, symmetry and also axis. So this is the ground floor plan of the site. So the morphology of the form is based from the axis from the site that comes from the Qiblah direction, the sea view and also the wind direction. Later, the form is developed to provide circulation for users and people with disabilities. So as you can see from the ground floor plan, the entrance consists of a ramp directly into the lobby. As you can see from the lobby, there's two access, which is from the right for people with disabilities and also to the left for them to actually go directly to the reading area. The exhibition actually faces the ramp of the building so that the people can actually see the main purpose of the building. The services located just beside the exhibition and also the hatchery for the ease of service. The service room consists of pump room, PIBX room, M&E room and genset room. The walls of the service room is created to be 250mm in order to avoid the sound coming from the services to propagate to other spaces. The exhibition serves the purpose to display the full growth animals. Meanwhile, the hatchery consists of juvenile tanks, hatchery tank and also big fish tank. The purpose of the hatchery is to monitor the growth of each types of fish. And on the northeast part is the dining area, which opens towards the view of the sea so that people can enjoy their food while looking at the nature all around. Also, the reading area is the highest level in the ground floor plan that can allow loading bay to access below it. So these are the interior perspectives for the spaces. So most of the spaces actually shows the main purpose of the building, such as the lobby actually integrates the aquarium from the exhibition into the ceiling of the lobby. So by getting back to the morphology of the forms, the first floor consists of sky bridge that connects all the spaces. This is because some of the spaces cannot be accessed publicly. The first floor consists of spaces such as seminar room that can be accessed by the public as well, research lab and office, a private space, and also a musola as a semi-private space. So by looking at the section XX, the research lab is placed directly above the exhibition in order for the researchers to monitor the fishes in their exhibition closely. And these are the front and rear elevation, while the northeast elevation or the right elevation shows some of the double skin facades and the exposed structure. Let's move on to the section YY. As you can see, the office can actually view, the office has a view towards the hatchery down below, while the reading area is cantilevered with a view towards casuarinaries on the side. And based on the construction detail, the building is mainly built from steel structures with timber finishes, such as timber fascia, timber double skin facades, and all. So these are the final model and the structural model, scaled at 1:100. And last but not least is the study on architectural lighting within the building. So there's two spaces that are being analyzed, which is the exhibition and also the cafeteria. So for the cafeteria, the lighting method applied is suspended lighting, where it uses a chandelier and some hanging LED lights. And also there's a direct mounted lighting as well, or known as a task lighting, to perform tasks in the kitchen. So for the energy efficiency, the cafeteria uses dimmers and also for the sensor controls in order to increase the service life and also to save energy of the building. The ambience lighting technique that is being used is downlighting technique. And for the exhibition area, the lighting method applied is luminous ceiling and wall that act as a general lighting which is used to enhance the visibility of the users upon entering the hallway. And also another lighting applied is the angled recessed lighting that is installed around the exhibition boards that are mounted on the wall to allow users to see. The energy efficiency applied is LED light bulbs, which uses at least 75% less energy and lasts 25 times longer than any other average bulb. And also motion sensors. These motion sensors are used to only activate the light when there is people around. And the ambience lighting technique they employ is highlighting technique in order to emphasize the implementation of wall motion. So that concludes the presentation of Layar, the Marine Rehabilitation Center for Commercial Fishes. Sorry for any inconvenience throughout the whole video. Thank you and happy commenting.